It's time for your Rangers Sparta Prague match preview. If you're not aware, there was a giveaway. Now, if you were aware, you probably entered it, which means you need to check out earlier's video to see if you won. But if you didn't, you can still check it anyway and see what lucky person won a ticket to the game. But anyway, Rangers taking on Aberdeen. No, they're not. They're taking on Sparta Prague, but I want to talk about this first of all. The SPFL have defended their five-play cup final ticket split, so let's dive into it, of course. Aberdeen were chasing a 50-50 split. But they've got 25,000 to Rangers and 19,500 to Aberdeen, which of course, if you can do simple mathematics, is 44,500. Now, obviously, in cup finals, some people, like it's like the neutral section sort of gimmick, but also, you've got to have a police presence, which hoovers a wee bit off the allocation. So yeah, Aberdeen are raging about this. I'm actually surprised they got 19,500. Because they just didn't bring 19,500 to Hampden against Hibs. I mean, honestly, I think the attendance was fucking shocking. I mean, it was, 28,000? And to be honest, it was definitely more Hibs than Aberdeen, I think. Aberdeen, I'd say, probably brought about 11,000. I don't know the exact number. That's just a prediction, not a spoiler, to quote Paul Heyman. But, Aberdeen can bring loads. You've seen, like, the cup final they had at Celtic Park about 9 years ago. It was fucking full of Aberdeen fans. They only pick and choose when they want to fucking turn up for their team. But a cup final against Rangers, I've got a feeling that they'll sell pretty decently. But let's go into our match preview here against Sparta Prague, of course. Massive game in the Europa League. As long as we don't get pumped 6-0, it's a victory, eh? What's that all about? So we'll switch that to news first. But with 763 votes, 82% Rangers, 5% draw, and 13% for Sparta Prague. And I simply think we're going to win this. Honestly, we are missing Nico Raskin and John Suter for this game, which Big Phil confirmed. But honestly, I think we're going to win. And why do I think we're going to win? It's at IBROX, it's a European night, it's the Europa League. Sparta Prague are a good team, but they're not a great team. And I think for that reason alone, the team is beginning to click. Hearts was a really good performance. Dundee was a fantastic performance. We're beginning to click. I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting a W. I'm going to go with 3-1 to Rangers. Exact same scoreline as it was in the semi-final. But let's see what your comments say about the matter. And also, look at that first comment, 3-1. There will be Football Manager 2024 coming to the channel. Going to buy it today and then I'll start playing it tomorrow on the PlayStation 5. So make sure you tune in for that. As Big Andy says, very hard game. Don't kid yourselves. I think it will be, but I think we've just shown that, like, they completely dropped off in the last 20 minutes away. They're going to be chasing the game at Ibrox. We could really capitalise on that going into the end of it. Alex Brown says, how does it feel you'll never lift the big cup in any of your cheating histories here? More chance than fucking Celtic, big man. Celtic and Europe are fucking dog meat. Oh, but Celtic have already got the big cup. Well, I mean, from this point on, alright? Fucking fuds. Craig Greenwood says, cheating or a conspiracy with you Mikey Mob pants pulled down the night whipping. How does it feel to get absolutely embarrassed once again in Europe? Not won a European game in 3 years, not won a knockout game in 20 years. You're Scotland's shame in Europe. Get it right up you, we other people. Brilliant. Dixie Latutor says, have a feeling it's going to be a draw, though I do hope we get the 3 points to ensure progression into the later stages, whether it's Europa or Conference League. I mean, obviously we want Europa, right? But obviously you want Europa over Conference League, but the Conference League's easier to win. Like, I wonder what it would feel like, honestly, winning that Conference League. Because, all the buzz around the Europa League, it was fucking massive. But the Europa Conference League, obviously, it's a wee step below. West Ham won it, but I think it would be weird. I'm not saying I'm turning my nose up at winning the Conference League, absolutely not. But the people see where I'm coming from. Like, where would it rank winning the Conference League compared to, like, if we won the Europa League? Things like that you've got to think about. That's not me saying let's not win it. It'd be fucking phenomenal. Crafter 2-1 Rangers. Matthew says, big win, need it. User says, I think Daniel scores 2 and Tav 1, 3-1. Jesus King says, I wish Morelos didn't leave for Barcelona. John McCreevy 2-1, right? some Celtic fans saying 2-1 and 3-1 to Sparta, which is fair enough. But you know, I'm not going to entertain the 15 replies. I just cannot be arsed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon reading all them. But anyway, that is where we're going to leave this, troops. I'm going 3-1. As for the goal scores, Danilo, Scott Wright, and Tavernier. That's what I'm going with. That's what you should go with. Till then, though. Peace.